Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Jason here with our Denver market update. We have inventory continues to go up, again, just small increments. The interesting point from last week is the number of new home listings was lower than it's been in the past several weeks, several months actually. Number of homes going on their contract is obviously going down. As we know, rates are extremely high relative to the recent past. They're probably about average, looking way back. The 30-year fixed went over 8%, which hasn't been that way since before '07, which everybody loves hearing about '07, '08, the crash, but a totally different market here. One thing I did want to talk about is the yield curves that's going on. So the 10-year, I follow that exclusively, but also references the 2-year. They've been typically you get a higher rate for long-term bonds than you do short-term. Since July of last year, that yield curve flipped. It's been an inverse yield curve where the short-term 2-year Treasury has a higher yield than the 10-year. And that has gotten to be up to 1% over the past year or so. But now it's coming back. So if you look at those yield curves, the 2-year yield is actually flattening out, while the 10-year is still increasing. So some people use that as a measure of inflation or deflation, or the market, the economy crashing. But since it's starting to flatten and come in, I haven't heard a lot of people talking about how that actually is a good sign that may be reversing here in the near term, to show where the Fed maybe has done a good job, that we're going to have a soft landing here. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. We all need the 10-year and the mortgage rates to flatten out, which again, I looked back 3-4 years, this time of year, rates do tend to drop. Mortgage rates do tend to drop. So we'll see if that repeats itself. Any questions on the market or anything at all, reach out, let me know. Have a great week.